Hey team, today we are going to work on our handstand walk. The handstand walk is quite a challenging advanced gymnastics movement, so there are a couple of prerequisites that we need to be able to do in order to work on our handstand walk. One of those will be holding at least a 30 to 45 second handstand hold against the wall. Being confident to practice handstands freestanding without a wall, and being confident to bail out of a handstand if we come too far over. All right, now I'm going to demo the handstand walk. So this is what a handstand walk looks like. Okay, so we are going to break down this movement into a few little steps. So the first step is learning how to kick up into that handstand. We're going to kick up using a nice lunge that's going to help us get that momentum to come over. Cool, once we're okay with that, we're then going to try and find our feet and keep them nice and tight together once we've kicked up into that handstand. Cool, the third step, once we've then got our legs together, we want to wait for our weight to come over so that we can start walking. If our weight is not over yet, then we're going to start walking and we're just going to come straight back down. Cool, so once you've done all three of those steps, you can then start to walk. So once your weight has come over, you can start to take controlled steps with those hands. Okay, so now we're going to go over some common faults that we see a lot with the handstand walk. The first one is going to be, as I've said before, not waiting for that weight to come over and taking steps with our hands before that weight's come over. What happens there is your legs just come straight back down, so we can't continue to walk forwards. So the second thing that happens a lot is looking too far forwards, which then creates an arch shape with our body, which is not a very comfortable nor safe position to walk in. And the last common fault that we're going to touch on is when we're doing our kick up, is starting with our hands on the floor. That makes it very hard to actually get any momentum to go into the movement. Okay, so we're going to go through a few drills that we can do to help with some of those faults. The first one you can do, this is more if you're maybe new to the handstand walk, you could do your handstand walk a little bit away from the wall and walk, just take a few steps into the wall rather than doing it completely freestanding. So you've got that wall there to catch you at the end. Then we've got a couple drills which are going to be really useful to get the hang of that transfer of weight from hand to hand. So those will be a hands to plate drill, which I'll show you in a second, as well as some shoulder taps. Okay, lastly, we're going to talk about a few progressions that we can do from there. If you get really good at your handstand walk, what you can do to make it harder, you could set up some cones that you have to walk around, so you actually have to turn around and not just keep walking in a straight line. The second thing you can do is put some plates up, so you have to walk over the plates, which just makes it a lot more challenging. Do try these, but not until you're confident with the handstand walk itself. All right, guys, that's the handstand walk. Our key focus with that, just try and stay nice and tight when you're doing any of these drills or progressions. The tighter we are and the more in one piece we can be, the easier our gymnastics movements are going to feel. If we're kind of split and our legs are split and we're all over the place, it's going to be a lot harder.